My name is Donna Ellis. I'm the creator of the Active Rest Fitness Program and Lifestyle, and I am inviting you to meet me on the deck. On the deck is where I help people get active for at least 30 minutes a day by providing workouts to fit any schedule and to eliminate most of your excuses. I also encourage people to prioritize rest and restorative sleep, to practice mindfulness in their eating habits as well as in their physical abilities, and to build a community of support amongst family members, neighbors, and friends. If any of these things sounds like something that might be interesting to you, then please like this video, listen to it all the way through, subscribe to my channel, and share the video with someone you know who could also use the information. The topic from the deck today is about beginning again, starting all over. Um, it's personal to me, so I'm going to be completely transparent here. Um, and I noticed that a lot of the people who work out with me are in the same predicament where we've had success with our weight loss and with our fitness plan and our fitness journey, and we were eating well, and we saw the results, and then things just started happening, life started happening, we started cutting back on some of the things that we used to do, and we weren't as consistent. And so then our goals started to kind of reverse themselves, and now we're having to start all over again. Well, I'll explain from my viewpoint is I know that New Year's Day is January 1st everywhere, but I like to start my new year right after my birthday, which is February 28th. And so I like to start my new year kind of like in March. I kind of see March as my renaissance, as my new year, as my rebirth, as my time to start things over again. Because one thing about, March is it's the month in which spring, begins. And so spring is where things are reborn, things come back to life from the winter, things are new again. So to me, it's just the perfect time that right after a birthday, and then right as just things are changing. Like I get winter blues, for instance. So during the winter, I'm not always my best self, but in spring, like I come back, I kind of come back to life, and I get more energized. And then we also have, daylight saving times begins in March. And so that's, to me, is just because I love nature and I love being outside and I love, the warmer weather. It's the perfect time for me to start back, just kind of looking over my fitness journey, seeing where I wanted to go, and seeing like any areas that I need to make changes in to make myself better, to improve. So that's part of the reason, for this particular message is about beginning again, because I see it in myself and I see it with other people that it's that time, that it's time for us to just start over, go back to what we used to do, and then, try to move forward from there. So I'm going to give you 7 things that I used to do, that I did when I was consistently losing weight before life started lifing, as they say, and things changed for me. And I started to let some of these things go by the wayside. So these are 7 things that I would take note of, that I looked at, that I know that I can do again, that I can start over again. So the first thing is find and associate with like-minded people. Now, this one in particular, I don't have an issue with, because the way that my program is set up, my fitness program, is that you have a built-in support system, a built-in accountability group. So I don't need to go out and find new like-minded people. However, if you don't have a support group, or a family member or a friend or neighbors that will support you in your goals of living a better, healthier, more fit life, then you need to go find that group. I found it at the YMCA here in Clinton, Mississippi. That was my first support group when I moved back home off of active duty military. I just started going to the Y. I would go to the classes that I liked. The people were very nice and very welcoming, and they taught me a lot. And so eventually it just became, just a good supportive system. Like if you weren't in class, people were looking for you. So that's a great place to start. Like if you don't already have somebody, try going to the gym. Or if you know somebody who is already kind of living that lifestyle, see if they can help you out. I always try to be that person for somebody else. I always try to invite people to come and work out with me. That's actually how Active Rest started, is that I would start working out. People, or one of the ways, I would always ask people if they wanted to come work out with me. A lot of times they would say no until they saw my results, and then they would say yes. But I also had a neighbor who asked me to start walking with her. She knew that I liked to work out. I invited her to the gym. She just wouldn't take me up on the offer. And then once she started asking me to walk with her and we started walking, that's pretty much where everything, took off. And I had a lot of success because I had that group. And a lot of the people that joined us saw success because they also had a group to work out with. So that's the first thing. Find and associate with people that share your same interests and your same goals. Number two, be consistent. That's one of the areas that I fell off on. So I run a fitness program. So I'm constantly, what in other people's mind, I'm constantly exercising. But as a coach, as a business owner, as a fitness instructor, you're not always the one doing the workout. So when I first started in 2020, I was working out and I just invite people to come work out with me. So that was just what it is. You just do what I do. Pretty much. You come and do what I do. As as it grew and as, there were kind of other risks associated, like I didn't want anybody to come to my home and get hurt. I never wanted anybody to injure themselves, under my watch. So I became more of a coach, more of a guide, like looking to them, trying to guide them through the exercises a little bit. So I didn't work out as much. I don't work out as much and as intense as I used to in that role, in the role of an instructor. So what I have to do is I actually have to find time to work out on my own to get the intensity of the workout, the proper intensity for me to actually lose weight or to maintain my weight. And I just haven't found that balance yet. I used to wake up, another part of the consistency is that I used to wake up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, unless my body told me it was time to rest. But most mornings I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and work out. And I just haven't been doing that. We do have workouts on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 5 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to come in and join us, you can go to www.activerest.fitness and look at our packages and get that morning workout if you want to join us at 5 o'clock in the morning Central Standard Time. I do that twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have to do that because people are dependent on me to show up, which goes back to that accountability group. But I used to do it every day, even the weekends, and I just don't do it to that level anymore. And I need to get back into that rhythm. So that's the other thing, is just being consistent. You just keep showing up. And so that's what I constantly preach to my workout partners, the ladies that come and work out with me, is that we need to be consistent with it. Don't just pop in and take a week off and pop in like and then expect to see results. It's not going to happen. You got to be showing up every day in some capacity. So that was the second thing. The first thing was find and associate with like-minded people, building that accountability group. The second thing was be consistent. Once you start, be consistent with it. Number three, start from where you are. A lot of us think, people will reach out to me about working out and they will say, well, I'll start at the new month, or I'll start next week, or I really want to try to get in shape. I need to get in shape in order to come work out with you. That's one that I hear a lot. I need to get in shape, in better shape to go. Like, no, that's what I'm here for, is to help you get in shape. It's a discussion that I have with my husband about our baby daughter, and then I also have a stepdaughter. He has an older daughter who's in college. He always feels like I need to prepare them to play sports. Like I need to get them a little bit better before they go. And in my mind, I'm like, I tell him, I said, no, the coaches are gonna coach them. They don't need your interference. Let the coaches do their thing. They'll get them to where they need to be because that's their job. So I say the same thing to the people that are interested in coming to work out with me, who say, I need to get better before, I need to get stronger, I need to get a little bit more fit to come work out with you. Like, no, we're going to start right where you are. I welcome all fitness levels. My program is designed to benefit all fitness levels. I know how to make modifications so that if you are beginning, that you can still work out with those who have been coming to me or who have been working out for a longer period of time. That's the way my program is set up. We don't want to leave anybody out. We want everybody moving in some way. And so we're going to always start from where you are. You're going to pick up maybe a 3-pound weight if you're not used to lifting weights, or a 5-pound weight. Whereas the people that are used to doing it, they're going to pick up a 15-pound weight and do the exact same workout. You're going to start out at a 10-pound or a 15-pound kettlebell. They're going to pick up a 20 or 25-pound kettlebell. You might start with a slow walk. Somebody else might start with a run. We start from where you are. We don't leave anybody out. So that's the third thing. Start right from where you are. Number 4, eliminate the concept of rest days. So that's a real big thing with people who work out or who try to start a workout, program is they always, they can always find their rest days. They can't ever find time to work out with me, but they know when they're supposed to be resting. So, but the concept of rest days, and I've had to kind of coach people through this mindset, is people will work out Monday through Friday and take Saturday and Sunday as a rest day. And I always try to tell them, like, I believe in rest days. Trust me, like, if your body needs it, I don't set up a particular day to rest. I work, 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 work. Like if I feel like working out, I work out that day. And so that might be 14 days straight. And on the 15th day, my body can't handle it. I might rest. My rest isn't always not doing anything. My rest might be like I've been running, I've been lifting heavy. So on my rest day, I might just go for a walk or I might just do an ab workout, something that's on the mat instead of an intense workout. So I kind of lower my intensity on my rest days instead of like not doing anything at all. So that's the first thing. Like don't think of a rest day as a day that you don't do anything. Just kind of lower your exertion of your workouts and use that as a rest day. Or a lot of people will use Saturday and Sunday as a rest day together. And I try to tell people don't do that. Don't pick the 2 days where you tend to eat the most and move the least as your rest days and do them back to back. You'll hear people complain about it all the time that they were making great progress. And then when they got on the scale or they, looked at their numbers on Monday, they, didn't reflect all the work that they did the week before. And that's probably why, because they chose those 2 rest days. If you're going to have 2 dedicated rest days, I always say pick a weekday and one weekend day. So pick a day in the work week, what is typically the work week, and then a day that is typically considered a weekend. So at Active Rest, I offer workouts Monday through Friday, some Saturdays and some Sundays. So there is variety in the schedule. So we have ladies who honor the Sabbath on Saturdays, and we have ladies who honor the Sabbath on Sundays. And so I have workouts on both of those days at some time. It's not every Saturday and every Sunday, but they do have options where they can work out on a weekend day. So eliminate the concept of rest days in the way that you've typically thought of rest days is the 4th thing. The 5th thing is to eliminate the concept of cheat days. So people give themselves a cheat day when it comes to eating well. I don't really believe in that concept. I believe that you should be mindful in your eating, which you always hear me say at the beginning of the message. Be mindful in your eating habits daily. It's something that I want you to practice daily. Some days you're not going to make the right decisions. For me, if I eat a bad breakfast, I try to eat a healthier lunch, but it doesn't always work out that way. So the thing is to just be mindful, not give yourself necessarily a cheat day where you just binge out on whatever you want, whatever unhealthy foods you want, but just make mindful, careful decisions about your food. For me, when I was consistently losing weight, I would, if I knew that I was going to have an event to go to or a party, or I knew that I was going to be going out to like a restaurant or out drinking or something like that, I would make sure I got a good workout in, maybe once or twice that day, just to kind of, balance out, that eating that I'm gonna, so because a calorie deficit is just, input minus output and whatever's, kind of left over or whatever. So, you just kind of got to be mindful that you're exerting more calories or outputting more calories, burning more calories than you're intaking. That's how you get that calorie deficit. And so I would be mindful of that if I knew that I had an event coming up. So The sixth thing, so we had the first one was find and associate with like minded people. Number two was be consistent. Number three, start from where you are. Number four, eliminate the concept of rest days. Number five, eliminate the concept of cheat days, and thus, as we typically, know them. Number six, the next one is work out while traveling for business or pleasure. And this is something that I really let go of, especially when I had to travel to see about my dad and take care of my dad. I used to, whenever I would travel, home or for just on a trip, on vacation, um, not really necessarily for work because I don't travel a lot for work. But if I travel for the military, like that's work, I made sure I had my equipment with me or I had a plan to work out. Like I would always take like a kettlebell or I would always take my step for step aerobics because I could just pull that up or just pull up some music and do that. I would always make sure I went somewhere and went for a walk or a run. I made a plan to do that and I let that go. Like my schedule just got so hectic that was just the one thing that was easier, to let go of. So, but when I do travel with my husband, like if we go on vacation, like the first thing I do, like when I book the trip, I look for parks and walking trails and things like that. Like we used to be real heavy into playing tennis. I would look for like the nearest tennis courts, look at the reviews. I look at the reviews for trails and all of that stuff so that we can at least go walking. If we didn't do anything else, we'd at least go walking or we'd play tennis or something like that. So that's something that I really need to get back into is when I'm traveling, still finding that time, not finding the time because I have the time, making the time to work out. And then the seventh thing is celebrate every win, everything that you do. Celebrate every small thing, every big thing. If you choose a vegetable, choose a salad over the fries, celebrate that. That's a great thing. If you start out walking, you might just go around the block. If you do that thing. I saw this challenge that Tabitha Brown put out about, for Women's History Month in March. She wanted women to work out at least 30 minutes a day, every day for the month of March. No, I worked out Friday. Saturday, I did not work out on, Saturday. Yeah. So I'm good. So Friday, Saturday, I got my workouts. Today is the third that I'm recording this. I got a good workout this morning. And so I'm on track for that. I'm on track for the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday workouts. So I'm doing good, and I encourage others to, not just women but men too, to in support of the women in your life, to work out for at least 30 minutes a day and get that workout. And it can be just a walk, just a stroll. Um, pull up a video on YouTube. There are several that you can work out to and follow along. Make better choices eating, like celebrate everything that you do that helps you to live a longer, better, healthier life. Because that's the goal. That's what we want to do. We want to be here for the people that we love. We want to be able to live a long, prosperous life and enjoy our families and all of that good stuff. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. So just begin again. If you've gotten off track over the wintertime and you need to start over, you need a new plan. Well, here are the 7 steps to your plan. I'm going to count them off again. I'm going to call them out again. Find and associate with like-minded people. Be consistent. Whatever you decide to do, be consistent with it, whatever plan you choose. Number 3, start from where you are. You do not need to get in shape to get in shape. Like, just start. Start right from where you are. Number 4, eliminate the concept of rest days. Think about rest days differently, and like I've outlined for you previously. Just kind of consider that. Eliminate the concept of cheat days. Just be mindful every day of what you're eating, what you're putting in your body. Everything has the potential to either help you or harm you. Make sure we're making more choices that are helping us and helping our health. Number 6, work out while you're traveling. Make time to work out every day or most days, at least, if you're going to include those rest days. Make a plan to work out. Even when you're traveling, don't let it go. That's part of that consistency. Even when you're away, even when you're traveling, have that plan in place. And number seven, celebrate every win, not just the numbers on the scale. If the shirt can fit and it didn't fit the other week, celebrate that. Have a good time with that. If you've chosen a vegetable over that you've never eaten before, you want to try something new, celebrate that. If you get out and spin the block a little bit, do a half-mile walk, that's better than doing nothing at all. So celebrate every win. So I hope that this message encourages you. I hope that it has motivated you to begin again, to start over, and start over as many times as you need to, because that's where we are now. We're headed into a new season. We have, if you're in the South, if you're in the United States, you're about to get this good, these nice long days and sunshine. Is the perfect time to spring forward, to start over, to begin again. So I do thank you for listening and have a great day.